Hi guys, gals, and my non-gender conforming pals. Welcome back to another video, or if you are new here, then definitely hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into this video. Today we're going to be talking about all things blush from my blush collection. I have a bin right here full of blushes that we are going to get into and talk about. Alright, so first up is going to be my newest blush. And this is actually a blush palette. So I know Profusion is not new. This is probably like a super old product, but my Walmart didn't start carrying them until super recently. So when I was in Walmart one day, I saw Profusion and I picked up a bunch of stuff, and one of this is this blush palette. I have not used this yet. I am planning on filming a video testing out Profusion products. I have like a blush palette, a contour, a sculpting palette, some eyeshadows, all kinds of fun things. So definitely keep an eye out for those videos. So make sure you click that little bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads, and make sure you subscribe if you want to see how well these perform. But this is my newest. I don't have any thoughts or opinions on it since I have yet to use it. Next up is going to be my oldest, and my oldest is the Milani Baked Bronze in number 2 Rose d'Oro. I've had this for such a long time. Whenever I first started getting into makeup, this was widely raved about within my friend community. So it's just like a nice kind of peachy color. Okay, next up is most expensive. And for me, again, I really try to stick more drugstore whenever I'm buying stuff, unless I know I'm gonna like it. And blushes, I just seem to feel like, even though, you know, these things are expensive, it doesn't really beat out any of my drugstore ones or affordable options. So I just continue to buy from those brands instead of branching out. But I decided to branch out one time, and I bought this Patrick Ta blush. I bought all 4. I happened to just grab out the She's So LA. Here's what this looks like. It's like the brownish one. It's so soft, and I love that you can just use the powder, you can just use the cream, you can do the powder and then the cream, or you can do the cream and then the powder. I just love like the versatility of this. This really added something special to my collection that I had not had before. So I'm so happy I picked this up. However, this is kind of one of the most expensive blush that I currently own. Next category is most colorful. This is also newer to me, and just from right here you think it's just like a pink blush, but whenever you open it, like, look at all that like sparkle and shimmer. It like, I don't know, it changes the color kind of. So it's kind of like you can blend it out more and get rid of the sparkle and shimmer, which will make it like that peachy matte, or you can keep like the shimmer in it and like pack it on a little bit heavier, not like clown makeup, but like just like pack it on heavier, and then you have like something special, and like it changes the color. So for me, like, that's the most colorful. I could have chose a blush palette, but I really wanted like one blush that I thought was the most colorful that I had in my collection, and this is definitely it. My everyday blush. I just recently tested this out a few videos prior, but this is quickly becoming my everyday. I use this every chance that I get. I love this. It's good for no makeup days. It's good for makeup days. It's the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. I have 2 shades, but the one that I use the most is Pinched. It's definitely like you just, you know, squeeze out just a tiny bit. There we go. A lot tends to come out, but it just shears out so nicely. Like, just see how much that shears out. It just gives you a nice pop of color. You can layer more layers on. You can just, you know, on the no makeup days, just have like this basic flush. It gives some nice sheen to the skin, so you have like a healthy glow. This is quickly one that I use every single day. I had another one, which we'll get into, the most used, that I was using every single day, but this one took over. Best memory For me, it's these little blushes from Colourpop and the Disney Princess, as well as the Villains collection and Masquerade. My husband bought me these whenever they all launched, and I love it. The fact that he's not really into this whole makeup thing, and he doesn't think that I should be spending my money on makeup, but the fact that sometimes I'll say, oh man, I really want this collection, and he buys it for me is just amazing. So he bought me the Midnight Masquerade palette, and it came with these beautiful, beautiful blushes. This is just absolutely stunning. They're just so pigmented, creamy, such a good blush, and it's just such a special memory whenever I came home and that package was waiting on the door. Worth the hype. The Fenty Cream Bronzers. These are 100% worth the hype. I love, like, I know everyone was like, these are so tiny, but I have used this one quite a bit. I've used another shade quite a bit, and I still have tons of product. They're so nice and creamy. It just melts right into your skin. You can build it up, or you can sheer it out to this beautiful color. It has more of a pigment to it than the flower one. So if you want like a cream blush, but you want something that packs more of a punch and you don't have to use quite as much as you do with the Flower Beauty one, these are so good. I have loved these since they came out. Everyone else has. These are definitely worth the hype. I would, for anybody looking for a cream blush that they kind of want to use, so for on glam occasions they can build it up or sheer it out more for everyday use, but also gives like such a beautiful sheen to the skin. Recommend these. These were definitely worth the hype. I think they're still worth the hype. 10 out of 10. Cheapest. So the cheapest ones that I have come from e.l.f., but definitely these little bite-sized face palettes. You get a blush and a highlighter for $3. So that's like $1.50 for this blush. And it's so nice. It's nice, it's pigmented, and just, it's nice, compact. Throw these in your purse. So good. Highly recommend these. Definitely my cheapest option. Not worth the hype. I still have these in the packaging, but I have used them. Let me take them out. So mine are, what I think is not worth the hype are these Sailor Moon blushes. I'm not saying that they're not good. I mean, these things sold out fast. These things continued to sell out. People were wanting these over the palette. Okay, here's why I say it's not worth the hype. When you look at these shades look exactly the same, except one is shimmery, one is matte. I honestly think, you know, do the shimmery blush in this color and then make a matte one in a different color. I don't think it was worth running out, grabbing these, having them out of stock, people raving about them when they're the exact same thing, except for one's matte and one has shimmer. Not super exciting to me. The packaging though is super exciting. Like, that's cute, but they could have really come out with different shades, I don't know, something better than the same color, just one with shimmer. That's just my personal opinion. Favorite from a favorite brand. This Moon Prism palette. I love Lunar Beauty. I think everything that Manny has come out with has been so well thought out, has really been like extraordinary, excellent quality. You get 6 blushes. One is shimmery, and then the rest are matte. And I mean, you have light to like dark. They're super pigmented. They're so nice to use. I love this palette. This is definitely a favorite, and Lunar Beauty is one of my favorite brands. So definitely out of all these blushes, I would say check out the Fenty and check this palette out. If you don't want any other blushes, you know, get one of the Fenty cream blushes and then get this palette. And I think that you're going to be set in your blush collection. Next is most used. So this used to be my everyday blush until kind of the Flower or Beauty one kind of bumped it out of the way. But these e.l.f. primer infused blushes are so good. They're cheap and affordable. I think these are like $3, $4, $5. I don't know, $6 maybe. But they come in a wide variety of shades and they're just so nice on the skin. They layer up nicely. The pigment is nice. And just the fact that it's just so affordable, and you get a lot of product. That's a large pan for the amount of blush that you get for the cost. An underrated blush. I have maybe only heard 1 or 2 people talk about these blushes. One of them being Allie Glines. She raved about these, but I've heard like nobody else talk about these blushes. And that's the Persona blushes. I have the shade Georgia right here. These are so nice. I will say they are more expensive, especially for the amount that you're getting. I think they're like $20 and you only get 0.1 ounces or 5 grams. So, you know, not anywhere near to like the e.l.f. one. It's so tiny compared to the e.l.f. one, and you get a lot more product for your buck in the e.l.f. than you do these, but these are just so beautiful. Like just stunning. I'm guessing people probably didn't rave about these because of the price and the amount that you get, but I still think that these were top performing blushes. I definitely like to use these. I wish they got more love than what they did, but definitely want to, if you want to invest in a good blush and you have the extra money to spend, check one of these out. They have different shades and these are just so good. There are only 2 more categories, and the next one is your most nostalgic, and that's the Candyland via Colourpop blush. What are these called? Super Shock Cheek. This one's in the shade Jolly. There's 3 of them total. It smells like candy, so that's nice, but just Candyland. Like, one of my first memories is playing the game Candyland, and so just so much nostalgia. Like, I know they have like the Disney princess ones, and they have like Mulan, and they have, you know, Sailor Moon and other ones, but this is serious nostalgia for me. I love that game. I played that game all the time. My kids have that game and they love it, and it's just such a creamy blush. It's beautiful, nice and sheeny. Again, the smell is so nice, and just, maybe I'm old, I don't know, but just Candyland. I loved Candyland. So much nostalgic. This will probably stay my most nostalgic for quite some time. Very last one is your most disappointing. So I have the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush, and inside I have 2 different ones. Here's the inside of one. You get 2 blushes, a cream blush and a powder blush. I just wish for the price. Let me swatch one. So here's like the powder blush. Like, okay. Look in this pan. It looks like it's going to be bright and vibrant, but literally I'm swishing my finger around and I have to layer it for it to really show up. And then let me swatch the cream one. Okay, so let's talk about why this is probably my least favorite, or most disappointing. And obviously I'll use it, and then I still like some aspects of it, because if I hated it that much, I would have gotten rid of it already. But this palette right here is like $89. You can get it on sale. I got it on sale for like $40. So half off. But here's the powder blush. I wanted to say the cream one, but this one's the powder blush. I have to just build and build and build to really get it to show up and blend out. I don't want to have to work hard for a product that costs a lot of money. I feel like I should just be able to dip my brush in and then just layer it on and it just go on with ease. But for whatever reason, these ones just don't. And then the cream one is much more pigmented. This is a one swipe. I just don't notice that really packs a lot of sheen to it. And one of the reasons I really love cream blushes is because I get that nice, healthy, glowy skin on my cheekbones. That's what I like. I don't want a cream blush that's super matte and pigmented. I also find that it's kind of a little bit harder, the cream one, to blend out. Like, do you see, it's just not blending out the best. So it's super, super pigmented, and now I look like Pennywise the Clown. Or, I don't, does Pennywise have blush? I don't know. I look like a clown that has like a ton of blush, and it's just so hard to blend out. And for cream, I really just want to just tap my sponge and just really just be able to just blend it on out. And I mean, here's me pushing along the blush and nothing is showing up on the bottom of the sponge. Like, it hasn't even moved. It was just disappointing. Like, I'll use it and it's nice and it can be nice, but for the amount of money, I want it to be out of this world. Like, for $89 and you only get like you get 3 creams and 3 powders, and most of these are, you get 2 highlights here, 2 highlights here, and then your 2 blushes in the middle. I just wish, I like how it pops out in the back. Anyways, I just wish it was more, it blended more, gave more sheen to the skin, or like the powder one just kind of packed a little bit more punch and I didn't have to layer it like 4 times to get it to be this bright and vibrant. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed yet, click that subscribe button. Hit the little bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. As soon as we get to 1K, I have a huge, huge giveaway that I just keep adding to. I've shown some of the stuff that's going to be in that giveaway, and it's going to be some really exciting stuff. So make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.